about 7 a.m. and I am just finished making the bed. I'm gonna get dressed and make some coffee, and then I'm gonna sit down and chat with you guys. I just got the cutest set from Owner Active. I recently discovered them. I've been following Chrissy for so long. I love her workouts, and she came out with her own brand, and I love when workout girlies make workout clothes for the girls. I think they just get it, and let me show you. So I got like the full set. I got the zip up, the plunge, I think it's the plunge neck sports bra. And then I got a pair of flared pants that I've also been super into. I don't know why, but they just have been so comfortable going to the gym. It's like going to the gym in sweats. Got one pair from her that was in navy, and I had to go back. Like, I saw this pink and was like, oh my god. The healed version of myself is just aching for baby pink. I've been loving pink lately, and I think that says a lot about me as someone who typically would stay away from pink and any light colors. I definitely always navigate towards black, and this to me says someone is in their healing journey. Let me get dressed. Okay, how adorable is this fit? I feel like you can't really see it, but I'll try to show you in the other room. My room is so small I can't even give you a full body look, but this is all I needed on a day like this. Oh my god, and it has thumb holes. I love that. Okay, I got a small, and I feel like I actually should have gotten a medium on this jacket. I did a medium sports bra, obviously, and then I did a small pants because I got the medium in navy and I felt like they're a little loose, but I should have sized up for this jacket. I didn't realize how tight it is. I mean, it definitely still fits, and I just ripped off all the tags, so there's no going back here. So we're just gonna make it work. But this is so, oh gosh, I hope it's, this is really cute. I like it. Yeah, it's definitely very fitted, which I typically don't. I navigate towards more like loose and things that are more comfortable, but I do love a fitted look, especially if I'm going to be doing like actual Pilates at the Pilates studio. I don't like anything like loose, hanging on, or catching to the machine, so this is definitely something I would wear to Pilates, but probably not with these flare pants. I'm gonna put on a little bit of makeup just so I don't come on camera looking so scary and tired. You guys, I went to bed last night at 9 o'clock and Kenny stayed up working, and one thing about me, and this is definitely something I need to work on, but I can't sleep unless he's in bed with me. Like, when Kenny goes on business trips, I struggle. I think it's like a part of me that is overly anxious, period, and I am scared of the dark. I cannot sleep by myself, and Kenny and I have been together for over 10 years, so we haven't slept. The amount of times we've not slept together is like non-existent to the amount of times that we've slept together. So my body has just like accustomed to sleeping with him, where I feel the safest, and I fall asleep way faster when he's in bed with me versus when he's not. So last night he stayed up, poor thing, like working until like midnight, and I could not sleep until midnight. So I was tossing and turning all night, and now I'm exhausted. Sleep for me is like, it makes or breaks my day, and so I'm trying to just push through today. So I said today I'm going to wear my new activewear that typically will get me out of any funk that I'm feeling. I'm going to put some makeup on. I'm going to do the things that make me feel good and confident, and hopefully that combats any lack of sleep here. Let's go put on some makeup. I actually think I want to put my hair up today. I didn't wash it yesterday, but I also had a rest day yesterday, so I didn't feel like I had to wash my hair, but I think I'm gonna oil it up a little bit today, so I just have some hydration going on. I've been keeping up with my hair oiling, and let me tell you, the amount that my hair has grown, and living in LA, my hair has always been so dry out here. So I've been trying to just do things to work towards the dryness, especially on the bottom, like the ends. And oiling my hair has been, I don't know where I've been hiding, under a rock apparently, because oiling my hair in itself, just like on days that I go to the gym, I like to kind of pound my hair with oil and go to the gym, do my thing, and then come home and wash my hair. And that in itself has made my hair change completely. It is so healthy, but now it's just growing too fast, and that's the issue now, where I just need more frequent haircuts, and that to me is no fun, because they're so expensive out here. But I'm gonna keep this really minimal. I do have to show up at my work, my day job, so I definitely don't like going on camera with too much makeup, but I certainly like to just give myself a little wake up call, especially on days where I didn't get enough sleep. I've just been using the, oh my guys, I've been loving this, the OG. This is my first product that I tried from this brand, and it's supposed to be a brand that is more, it's clean, it's more skincare focused, and you guys know I love anything skincare focused when it comes to my makeup products, so I was dying to try this, especially for like an everyday blush. I didn't want to use any of my fancy schmancy blushes for the everyday look. That's like why I love working from home, that I don't have to put on a full face and I can preserve my good makeup. But on days like this, I was like, I just need a blush that just does the job, but also isn't so heavy. And I found this on Amazon, and it's so good. I'm surprised of how much I actually been really liking it. I actually brought it to the beach because I loved it so much that after beach, Kenny and I went to get some food, and I was like, let me put a little bit of blush on so I don't look like a mess. I feel like a little bit of blush goes a very long way. I also started back up on Eraslo and spironolactone, simply because I ran out of it and had to stop it for a little over a week, I want to say, and I started it back up, and now I'm having severe peeling. I broke out, was on my period. It was a hell of a week. I'm gonna walk Fig. I'm gonna feed her first and walk her, and while she's eating, I'm also gonna make some eggs for myself. I want to get into a very important topic with you guys. I think this is one of the most exciting topics that I have been wanting to talk to you guys about. And I feel like I'm finally ready to start this conversation. And after I make coffee, once I'm a little bit more awake and focused, we'll chat. Right now you could see my full outfit. Isn't it so good? Like, this is the perfect pink in my opinion. Also, you guys, I'm a little embarrassed to show you the state of my home right now, but because I adore you guys, I'm gonna show you. This doesn't even look that bad until I go here. So this is typically where I do all my selfies, and my kitchen has not only a mattress, but it also has all of my favorite coats that I cleaned out and organized. And then if you go here, there's a pile, it's like a mess, a pile of things that I'm gonna be donating. This is like one of 7 bags that I set aside for when my mom gets here. My family is very much the family, and this might be a Hispanic Latino thing, but anytime I clean out a closet, or my mom would clean out her closet, we would first see who of the family wants to look at the stuff. So like in our case, I'm one of 4. So we definitely shared clothes, hand-me-downs, etc. And so I texted my mom like all the bags, and she was like, I'm coming to LA. And I was like, yes, please come look at him, because before I donate anything, I first see who of the clan wants anything. And that's like how it's always been. My mom actually sent us also so much things that she cleaned out, and me and my sisters are like, ooh, we want to look, we want dibs. My mom has like always just like the best things. And I believe that I did a good closet clean out. I did things that I truly don't wear anymore and I don't see myself wearing, things that don't fit. Like, I went through so many different phases of life where I was really thin. We'll get to that story in another time, but I went through a period of my life where I was borderline sickly thin, and all those jeans don't even go up one leg. So got rid of them. They were just taking up room in my closet. I don't know why I was even saving them. Anyway, my kitchen's gonna be looking like this for the next few months. I fear Kenny and I have not yet settled on a place that we are gonna be moving to, so it's definitely up in the air. Do we stay in LA? Do we go back to New York? Do we travel up north in LA? Do we go to Miami? Do we move to Brazil? These are all things that have played in my head for the last few months since we've been married. And we've been really trying not to put too much pressure on ourselves. Kenny started a new job. I've gotten promoted in my job. I also started being creative on the internet, and we've been trying to just put no pressure on things, doing things that feel right intuitively. And one thing that I have felt in my heart is that I want to stay in LA at least for this summer. I feel like I want to really enjoy it while we're still here, like in an intentional way. We just went to the beach for the first time of this year, and those little moments, like going to the beach in March, is not normal for us who are New Yorkers. So moments like those, I take out my journal, I journal, and I'm so beyond grateful for moments like that where you can go enjoy a really nice weather at a beautiful beach with your significant other. I think that in itself is such a beautiful part of life, and I want to be able to enjoy those things a little bit more as we stay in LA, because we don't know how long we're going to stay. So I'm trying to enjoy it, and that is why I fear these will be here for a while. And I don't love it. I don't love it at all. I don't know what I want to do with this mattress. We got a new mattress and we upgraded our bed, so that was so exciting. But now I have this mattress in my kitchen, and I don't think I want to give it away, because the hope here is that we have a place that is 3-4 bedrooms, and we're going to need mattress for the guest room. So I said to Kenny, you know what? I'd rather just save us some money, leave it there. It's gonna be an eyesore. And just being the way that I am, I'm very type A. I like everything organized. So I also said to him, this is like a practice for me to just allow things to not be so perfect and still accept the perfection of it, like the perfection of the mess. Like, I know this is not forever. It's a temporary thing. At least my closet is organized. At least I cleaned out my closet. At least we're not gonna have to spend on a mattress. We have an extra bed for here for in case anyone comes. Meanwhile, we haven't moved yet. So I'm, looking at the brighter side of things in life. And I think that's an important lesson to work on for me specifically, especially preparing for the next phase of life. Well, I'm starving. I'm gonna make my bone broth that I drink every morning. So good. I love nothing more than a good coffee in the morning, like a hot cappuccino with regular milk or even cream. Oh my God. It doesn't matter if I'm on a cut or bulking or what season it is for me, I will always choose whole milk. That's like a non-negotiable for my coffee. I cannot do skim milk. I wish I could. It just makes it so much creamier and yummier, and I just love it. And I don't think I will ever give up my whole milk. It's probably not very good for you either, but there are certain things in life that you just don't give up, We are in our pregnancy prep journey. And even saying that out loud sounds so surreal because this is a moment that I've dreamed of my entire life. A moment that I've thought about since I was a little girl. I think that this is so cliche to say, but I truly, as a child, dreamt of being a mom. And I feel like I was meant to be a mom. I cannot wait for that phase in life. But I am like so nervous, and I think that is a really normal thing. Kenny and I started couples counseling together to just get ahead of communication styles, get ahead of any sort of things that we should learn about ourselves, because I think while we've been together for 10 years, there's still so much that you have to learn about your partner as you're both evolving, you're both changing with life, and you will change. Your opinions will change, the things that you like and don't like will change. And so I think it's important to have moments of these check-ins with each other to really catch up and understand like what's going well, what's something that we need to work on, especially going into this next phase of life. I think it's so important. I did not have emotionally mature parents. I didn't have parents that were very involved in our life, not because they didn't want to be, but because they truly just had to work. And I think that that was a huge miss on our childhood and the way that we were taught to show up in the world, the way that we were taught to have conflict with each other, the way that we were taught to show up in our careers and our relationship with others and friends and family members. It's always been really cold in my family, and learning how to open up and have these conversations that are hard conversations was really hard for me. Kenny does a great job in communicating. I think he is definitely the communicator in our relationship, and I'm the more of the listener. I'm very intuitive. I like to take time to process my feelings, understand my thoughts, and then I'll have a conversation. But he's more like bang bang, and I'm more like, okay, let me listen and process this first. So there's just a lot of things that we wanted to discuss. And now we did do also, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it. I know this was my first time hearing about it, but Kenny's job has a sort of counseling for your pregnancy journey, and it's called Carrot. Now, Carrot has a bunch of different educational things in the app, or rather like a website. I think there might be an app too, but I think it's a website. And we met with the counselor, and we asked a lot of the questions that I think that we already knew the answers to, but it was nice to just like have a professional talking to you and through things and explaining it a little bit extra in detail. So that was really nice. I learned a lot about just like vitamins that I could be taking now, the timing for stuff. For me, in a perfect world, would love to be pregnant by the end of this year, but I'm also leaving timing up to God. I definitely don't want to rush anything, but I'm starting now in March to really hone in on some aspects of my life. Health and the things I'm consuming, number one. More sleep, number two. Our relationship, right? Definitely want to make sure that we're both on the same page, that we're both really ready to enter into a tough few weeks. I think that pregnancy, I think you have to be mentally prepared that it's going to be hard. It's going to be a complete change. And so we had that conversation the other day, and it was actually so cute because Kenny, it's just like, he's such a partner, he's like a really big, he's my best friend. So he's like a big partner in life. And he just takes on anything that is too hard for me. And that's like what I need to hear, So it was just like a nice conversation. So we had conversations. We're continuously going to have conversations, but food is something that is always been, food and workout has been something I've been honing in the last few years. And now it just feels much more important. So now I'm focusing more on actual nutrient dense foods. So I'm staying away from things that are processed. I'm staying away from cold cuts. I love them, but I'm staying away from them. I'm staying away from anything like white bread, white rice. I'm trying to really get in like good grains, good healthy proteins, like lean proteins. So I'm starting my mornings with my bone broth. That is a non-negotiable for me. I start every single morning for the last few years with a cup of bone broth. It's made such a difference in my skin health. Like, I can't talk about it enough. And if you have not seen my bone broth ritual recipe, go back in my channel and check it out. I post every week my bone broth recipe, and I've been just getting it better and better. I'm very proud of myself where I've been right now. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. And starting from there, really increasing protein and eating things that are really high in antioxidants. I started my prenatal. That in itself was also a really overwhelming experience. I feel like there's so much in the market that you tend to be like, okay, what is actually really good? I've tried Thorn, and it made me really nauseous, so I stopped it. I'm on Ritual right now, so Ritual Prenatal, and I also have been curious to try another one that I believe is called Purcell, something like that. I think if you're a mom, you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you are a mom or also trying to conceive and on this journey, I'm really curious to see where you're at, what you guys have been doing to prepare, anything that I should check out, anything that I also should read up on. I'm really big into books, so I bought a few books on nutrition here and there, but I know that Kenny has been really curious on things that he needs to do. We are ordering a sperm kit, which I'm really excited to see. We have gone sober, like not just California sober, like sober. That was another thing that is really big for us, because we've been sober from alcohol for a while, but California sober is something that we would dabble with here and there. And we've been sober now for 4 months, which is huge. And I have not had a lot of cravings, which I'm very proud of myself. The gym, I also started to change a little of my gym workouts. I started to incorporate some more walking, which working from home, I don't do enough of at all. So I started incorporating more walking. I also started to incorporate more core strength workouts. I think that's like a really big one for me. I have an arched back. I have always had really annoying, intense lower back problems and pain, especially if I go to like concerts where I'm standing a lot. I hate it. I started working on my core strength, and that has reduced significantly. And I'm excited for that. So I want to continue doing that, especially like the pelvic floor exercises. I know that's going to be something really beneficial pre, during, and postpartum. So I am writing it all down. I also created a calendar where I'm like tracking every single day. I'm a very visual, action-oriented person, so I like to see it. I like to do the action of crossing it off and something to reference. If you guys want to see it, I'm going to make a downloadable link so you guys can grab it too if you want to follow along, even if you're not pregnant or not trying to conceive and just want kind of an easy to follow along calendar that breaks down just some workouts for you, some meals. I have just like high level key points on what to reference and what has been working for me. So if you're interested, I'll put it down here and you guys can download it and tell me what you think. If you're also on this journey or just on a health and wellness journey, I welcome you to join this journey along with me. And don't forget to subscribe so we could see each other again and continue on this journey. But I really want to hear from you guys. I learn best when I see other people doing it. I think that's the way that we learn from each other, us girls, is that we really like trust each other's words. So I want to hear from you guys. What has worked for you guys? What should I be checking out? I am very early on in this pregnancy prep journey, so any educational things that you guys can offer, I am all ears. And I also will do like a recap of things that I've learned in the next video, but this is going to be a once a week check-in of where we're at, what has happened this week, what we've learned, and things that we're prepping for the following week. And that's something that I'm really excited to just continue doing with you guys. And I hope that this is something that you guys are interested in, because it's been on my mind and I've been wanting to just sit and chat. And the next video, I do want to get Kenny on here so we could exchange some ideas, and you guys can also have some more FaceTime with him. I think that he's been a little shy, and one day I hope to bring a baby into our channel and our world. So stay tuned very soon. I hope. Till next time, you guys, it's been such a pleasure being here with you guys. And thank you again for our almost 300 subscribers. That's very exciting to me. So